Welcome back everyone, Ronan here. Now this is not going to be a typical gaming video. I've been kind of following, I tend not to follow the news at all, and then there's like this big thing blows up, and then like everybody has their opinion, and then we're all called racists and like white privilege, and I hate the news. So I watched this video, I'm going to play it for you, and I'll pause at certain points, and here's the reason why I tend to not make my decisions based on what the news tells us. Because it's all propaganda, really. It's all fake. They say fake news, and I'm going to show you a few things that I noticed when I watched the video once that a lot of people may not see. Now, I've done a lot of editing in the past, and I've gotten really good at After Effects and removing stuff off frames. Whoever did this one sucked. And it just makes me question the validity of a video. Anytime I see a camera move that does something weird or something that just doesn't feel right, the best thing I can do for myself is just distrust the whole video because they have an agenda. They're trying to control the information that you get by pretending you're getting the full story, but they're editing what they want you to see and not see. Spoiler, I am white. I'm not racist. I care or don't care about people the same. So people that know me will know that I'm not racist. I'm gonna be as objective as possible with the information I'm showing you. I'm not telling you to go out and raid like everybody else is saying and go protest and become an activist like my email from my union said to do, which is very weird. I think in a way, I don't know, we'll talk about that after. We'll see that in the comments. But for now, here's the video, and I'll pause it when I notice things that are wrong with it. And I think it's pretty bad. I stopped watching the news after my tour in Afghanistan back in 2002, I think. And it's just because they were lying. Like, I was there, and they were saying things that were clearly not what was happening. And it's just about getting more clicks, more views, making more money. It is a business, and they want to make money, and they want to get as many people involved to get more money. If you were to take out the money aspect of it, if the government funds the news organization, then they answer to them. Whoever's paying for these things to happen, we're going to be following their views on things. So, let's have a look. Alright, so let's watch this again. I wasn't capturing it properly.
And the security...
They put some money and budget into doing some VFX, some overlays, some information to show you what they have. What I find really hard to believe...
Cameras of this local restaurant are rolling. The indicated time is about 20...
So here's the thing. Pay attention to this here. This is a mask clipping, and you'll see what I mean in a sec.
20 minutes fast.
She says it's 20 minutes
fast.
fast.
Has been parked curbside on East 38th Street for several minutes.
Okay, so it's been parked here for several minutes.
We do not have footage showing when it arrived.
They don't have footage when it arrived, but you have this footage. So why can't we see when it arrived? Like, what happened? You show us a time lapse maybe of before. What happened? Why do you only have this? Is it because you don't want to show us what happened before? The camera just wasn't working. It's very convenient that it's right here.
George Floyd is in the driver's seat. A police car pulls up in front of this local convenience
so cops pull up
store, and two officers walk in. Minneapolis police said in a statement their officers responded to a report of a forgery in progress, meaning someone was trying to use counterfeit money.
Okay, you see the timer here?
In a store.
Why is there a delay here? Why did you have... So now I don't believe any of the time they showed right here. I don't get it. Why? Why would you edit or doctor this corner here specifically? Because you want to show the time. Which to me means none of the rest can be used. Because you can clearly see the cars are gone now.
A few minutes later, the officers...
So it's a few seconds behind.
Crossed the street and approached the vehicle.
Which, you'd think, a few seconds, not a big deal. But what's the point? Why even bother doctoring this portion?
The police said they found the suspect in his car. The first officer approaches the driver while his partner walks around to the passenger side. The interaction between the
that's clearly not him, never mind.
Officer and Floyd can't clearly be seen from this angle, but the driver of this black vehicle filmed part of it on his phone.
Very convenient. He filmed it, but just watch, he leaves.
The officer struggles to get Floyd out of the car. His colleague walks over to help him put the handcuffs on. The black car pulls away and drives off after a few minutes.
So why? Like, if it was me, I was filming something that was happening for cops, especially with how the media works and everything. Why did you leave? Why? Did you think it was over, I guess? But I would have stayed there. I mean, you're in the prime spot. You're already recording. For some reason, you were just conveniently placed. Something's missing here.
Floyd falls briefly to the ground. The officer lifts him back up before leading him towards the sidewalk, where he directs Floyd to sit on the ground.
So far, I don't see anything wrong with this, personally.
A park police car shows up to the scene. Redacted body cam footage from that.
That's useless. I watched a lot of videos on this right now, and all of these redacted, that's useless. Don't even release these. Release the real body footage, like body cam footage. The reason why they're probably not releasing it is because there's still probably court proceedings, which is still innocent to proven guilty. But if you're going to release anything, don't put these giant black boxes. That's useless. It doesn't show us anything. One thing I found really weird is, why is this police officer wearing a bandana? Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe COVID, but that's really sketchy to me. And I probably wouldn't trust a police officer that's wearing a bandana, personally.
Officer was released by the park police chief. The officer exits the car to see his two colleagues questioning Floyd and two people who were just in the car.
Okay, what else did I notice?
A few minutes later, the officer helps Floyd up off the ground. The video has no sound, so we don't...
Okay, we already can't trust this clock. We already know this. I know they're putting an emphasis on this. We can't trust the clock.
Don't know what was said between the two officers and Floyd in
Because now, if you notice, the clock lines up with the video.
This moment. They walk him across the street back towards their squad car.
But you see here, let's just back up a quick second. We could trust this up until...
They walk him across the street back towards...
Now watch the SUV go into this portion of the mask. There's a reason they're masking this. I don't know why.
Towards their squad.
But you see how it disappears? This is no longer the same clip. It's not like they're just putting focus on where the clip is. They've basically overlapped. For those of you that don't edit, they've put two copies of the clip on top, or different clips altogether, and then they put a mask to show you what's under. But why? Is there something we're supposed to see here that we're not going to be able to see? Like, what are they hiding? And it goes even worse than this.
Car.
Now your focus is here because that's where they want you to show the action.
Floyd falls to the ground once more. Police.
Okay, see the police vehicle and how it's turning and it's disappearing.
Police originally said they noticed Floyd go...
But watch what happens when the car enters this circle. So there's something missing here that they don't want us to see.
Going into medical distress and called an ambulance to...
And then they just cropped it and, oh, it seems fine. But there's something that was really fishy a few seconds later.
The scene.
Now if you look, they sped up a little bit because then they caught up to the new clip. That's what just happened here. And you can kind of tell more if you're looking here. These people sped up. And now there's somebody looking through the vehicle. I find that really weird.
Another police car pulls
So this guy was in the vehicle in the first place.
up, obstructing our view from
And then this guy was walking towards and then crossed the street.
this angle. And
I'm not saying
making
it's all
it hard to
related,
clearly see
but...
what unfolded in the next 4 minutes between the officers and Floyd. We do see Officer Chauvin pull up to this colleague, and behind the vehicle's open door, we can make out what seems to be a struggle. Whatever was happening between Floyd and the officers at that very moment caught the attention of this passerby who stops to watch. 2 minutes later, a witness standing on Chicago Avenue captures part of the scene unfolding behind the squad car. One officer looks over as 3 of his colleagues restrain Floyd, who is lying
Which to me this is really weird.
face down on the ground
But
in handcuffs.
what happened?
We
There's gotta
don't
be
know
something
how
we
Floyd
saw
ended
before.
up on the ground. One officer is pressing his knee into Floyd's neck, which we see clearly in this video.
So really, they have an agenda with this video. Is all I'm trying to say. They only want to show what they want us to see. As soon as you start doctoring footage, it should not be. It can't be admissible of evidence. Where's the raw footage? Why did you have to doctor that footage? I'm not saying the cops are right. Having served overseas and being put in similar shoes as those officers, a lot can go wrong. And it doesn't help when you try to sway the public opinion by doctoring footage. I just don't get it. Like, something is missing here. I've already been talking for 15 minutes. I'm gonna cut it here. There's a lot more footage that I've watched, and what I would like to see is the body cam footage. What happened? You know, what I'm thinking is that someone has an agenda, and they put together footage, or even, this could go even bigger, because they created a movement. I don't know who George Floyd was, and somebody with money could easily have paid certain people to take part into this. Especially with what's going on with COVID and the distrust I have with governments. This could be something that they created, orchestrated, in order for us to take our attention elsewhere. They don't want us to look at what's really happening. And this just reinforces it. COVID, they took over the government. They turned their population on each other. People are like reporting their friends. They're throwing out a bunch of fines. They're almost oppressing their population, and no one questions it. Now they have another situation, and now they have riots. This is going to give them more ammunition with those riots to do something else, to oppress the people even further, to go towards their agenda. And I hope that people get to see this. This is why you shouldn't trust the news. Like, screw the news. It just doesn't make sense. I could be wrong. Don't trust whatever they show you. If you see any weird edit, don't trust it. You cannot trust media. There's a TV show I watched. I think it's a British show, and it's called Capture. And it does a pretty good job of showing you that you should not trust media. You should not trust any video evidence. Because as soon as it's doctored, it means nothing. Especially with deep fakes now, mainly used in porn, mind you. Those deep fakes, they're not the real actors and actresses. It has a few videos where they actually change the face so that it looks like somebody else. So, thank y'all for watching. This is not my typical gaming video. I just wanted to rant a bit and show you that someone is hiding something. What are they hiding? I don't know. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't watch the news. Don't use the news as your sole source of information. Get it from multiple places. Do your research. Journalism is not what it should be. It's very one-sided, and they don't care about the truth. They just care about more views. Have a good night, everyone.